Hello, Flosstube. This is Flosstube number 21. I am Nichol. Welcome to my channel. For all of my returning subscribers, thank you guys so very much. I appreciate each and every one of you. I know this is coming to you a little late, and I actually had to refilm this yet again. I told everybody in the Stitch with me last night that I filmed it, but parts of it, there was something wrong, and I just decided to start over, and that's totally fine. So I'm actually filming this before I'm out the door to my retreat. I'm going to be editing this bad boy while I am there. I say retreat. It is not a retreat for me. It is a retreat for those coming, and so I'm teaching. But I will have a little bit of downtime this evening and maybe a little bit tomorrow. Or I'm just going to take a few minutes to edit this so it's up. But regardless, hello, welcome. I'm glad you're here. It is another chilly day here in Kansas, which I'm kind of digging, to be honest. It's been so hot. It's supposed to be warm up this weekend, so we shall see. I hope everyone has been well. Thank you for your patience. I know things have been a little wonky the last couple months, and I do apologize. My schedule, September's crazy for me always, but I felt like I made it through, and then October has just turned into a dumpster fire. Getting ready for this retreat was a lot, but I'm looking forward to it. It will be fantastic. Thank you to everyone stitching along with our old-fashioned Sal with the Shannon Christine pattern and joining me on Tuesday nights for the Stitch with me, even if you're not stitching that. I love hearing from all of you. I love stitching together. Our conversations are hilarious. If you watch the replays or if you just want to see what goes on, you guys need to read the chat or what went on in the chat during those lives, because it's funny. I'm not going to revisit it here, but just know that there are some funny conversations, and it is such a good time. So we did discuss that we need to find a retreat where we can go to or meet up at. If a lot of people are going to a retreat, it would be really fun to meet up and be able to chat and stitch. Or let's be real, there's probably not going to be a lot of stitching that would happen at that, but it would be super fun. New subscribers. I have seen some new faces here. I've had some lovely comments from new subscribers. I am so happy you're here. I'm so happy you're joining me. I have lots of fun plans for everyone here coming up to the holiday season. I'm going to be doing a little, I think I'm going to call it 12 days of something. I'll let you know for sure, but it's going to incorporate, some fun things I'll be gifting, some inspiration, I hope. It's not really going to be like a stitch thing. I haven't ironed out all the details. I'm working on that, but I will let you know. That's going to come up here in November. But it's going to kick off mid-November. That's when my birthday is, and I think that's going to be the big kickoff for it. That's what I'm planning anyway, and I'm really excited. I'm excited to be able to just kind of regroup and start stitching my calendar like I used to. Like, I plan out my month and I stick to it, or I stick close to it. Things have been crazy, and I miss my stitching and my quilting time. So this is my channel where I talk about stitching and quilting. There's not been a lot of quilting. That is coming. I have quite a lot that I will be sharing coming up. But I love it, and I love visiting with all of you and seeing what you guys are hearing, what you guys are stitching on. We have a little bit of Q&A today. I'm going to share my Sal progress. I'm going to share the one whip and also a finish. And then when I come back to you for the next Flosstube, I'm going to have full finishes for several things. I couldn't get them all gathered up for this or finished. I have a couple of little details to finish on 2 of them. They're almost finished. But so the next Flosstube should have quite a lot of content. This is probably going to be a little bit quick today. So I'm going to share Q&A, Sal progress, whip progress. I'm going to show you a little bit of haul, because I do have a little bit of haul, and talk a little bit about what will be upcoming. I'm going to go over this more. I had hoped to have it ready today, but I just don't. My next floss tube might be long. But I want to talk about stitching ornaments and just talk a little bit about that and about inspiration. And then I want to go over last week's winners and what I have for you this week. So, that being said, let's start with our Q&A. Beatrice said, when you organize your fabric, do you mix holiday, such as Christmas, in with your other fabric, or base it on the color of your background, or do you put holiday fabric separate? So, I answered her, but I wanted to talk about this too, and you're not getting the pretty fabric background today. I'm sorry. Usually I'm kind of have my camera face the other way. I sort everything by color. Everything. Fat quarters by color and fabric by color. Now my fabric is by color, but I did try, for those companies that I have a ton of, I did try to sort it by designer in the color. So let's say red. I have a lot of reds from Camille Ross Kelly or Bonnie and Camille. I have a lot of reds from Sweetwater, and I have some reds from Fig Tree, and then there's probably some randoms. I kind of do randoms, and then I do like Bonnie and Camille, Sweetwater, Fig Tree. All my reds are together, but I do try to lump them by designer. And I know I don't have tons of holiday specific fabric, but I do have a few. I'm thinking like some snowflakes and stuff. I have some fuzz flying. One in particular that I'm thinking of is a white tone-on-tone snowflake from Sweetwater. It's really, really old. It is in my whites. My like white tone-on-tones. I just really find that when I look for fabric, I search by color, and I have found that you will find that with a lot of things that I store. I really find that by color is how I look for things. You would laugh if you saw my closet. My closet is by color as well. Roy G. Biv. Oh, I know another one I have. I have a black fabric with little reindeers on it. It also is an old Sweetwater line. It is in the blacks. So I hope that kind of helps answer that question. Linda says, what do you do when you have a color kitted in 4 projects, but only 1 chip for that color? Now this is in reference to is it Pip and Chip? Oh, I probably said that wrong. There is a UK-based company that has a fantastic floss storage system. In fact, I do think that's the direction I'm going to go. I haven't pulled the trigger quite yet, but several in our Facebook group and in our Stitch With Me have shown it or said that they have it and they love it. If I was doing that, I would probably take the color off of that and put it on, like, let's say a fat quarter shop, little floss, like one of these. They're the floss biddies. Or I would use the Chantal's 141 design floss keeper, and I would put my floss on that in the project bag so I could have the floss in 4 different projects. That's what I would do, because I would hate to try to search through all my project bags for the missing divider. I don't have it yet, so I can't say. If you guys have that system, drop me a comment and I will read that next week, so that we can kind of answer it for the group. And it's always beneficial to hear how other people store their floss and things like that. Jean says, I see on the Facebook page we have quite a few new stitchers who are asking questions about stitching 2/1, 2/2, 1/2, etc., since it's kind of hard to explain in writing. Can you maybe show a quick sample again during one of your floss tubes? Yes, and I will share that. I will have like an insert video, because I want to do it with the facing down camera. And I'm going to do it on a lighter fabric. On the Stitch With Me's on Tuesday night, it's on black fabric, and I do not think it's as easy to explain on that fabric. I'm going to pick like an antique white or something that's definitely going to be easier to see, and I will explain that. So I've made a note to include that in the next Flosstube video. Great question. Thank you, Jean. Betty says, regarding your floss and when you're finished with a project, that you have been keeping your floss on Floss Biddies or your ring from Chantal. Where and how do you store it afterwards as you have removed your original tags? I love the looks when you keep it in your project bags, just not sure where to put it after I am finished stitching. So that's a really good question. And I don't have loads and loads of extra. Like I said, I do have a lot of DMC that is really a mess, to be quite honest. I have some bobbinated from years and years ago. I have some that are just on skeins that I have sorted by color in a drawer. I don't have tons from years ago because I've made a mess of it, to be honest, because I took like almost 20 years off stitching. So I do think I am going to invest in that pip and chip system. And I don't know that they have Weeks Dye Works. They have the DMC. And so for that, I would simply put the floss back on the coordinating color ring and put it back in the box. I would take it off like my floss keeper, and I would put it back in the box. They have Classic Color Works, I believe, is what the person in the Facebook group said. So they have the full line of Classic Color Works colors. Weeks Dye Works, I'm not sure if they do. That's the only thing I want to research before I pull the trigger, because I do have quite a bit of Weeks Dye Works, and I would want to be able to put it there. I will say right now I just have them on like binder rings, my fancy flosses, and I do keep the little card because I will load up. Like if I have several projects, I'm thinking a lot like, let's say this, stitching with the housewives, they're month to month, and maybe some of the colors overlap. I will combine all of them onto one card and then I just hang them or put it on that ring for now. I really want to do a full video where we talk floss storage, and that will be coming once I kind of have a better grasp on how I want to store it, and really to store it to maximize not overbuying or buying things I already have, and also maximizing being able to go to my stash and find things easily. So that is a top priority for me, and I will be doing a video that's not included like in a Flosstube where it's hard to find. I'm going to do a video dedicated to that. Deanna says, what are the boards that you use for your fabric? They are called from The Fabric Organizer. You can go to their website. That Quarter Shop also sells them, and I will have some links down below for you. They are boards made specifically for storing your fabric. I know that there's lots of DIY things out there. I honestly just didn't want to spend my time DIYing them. So if you would probably do a search even here on YouTube, I think you can find some DIY options if you don't want to spend the money to purchase these. But like I said, I struggled for years finding a fabric storage system that worked for me. And I thought I would DIY them, and I didn't. And I ended up with a giant fabric mess. And this fabric system, while it looks gorgeous and beautiful in the videos, if you guys knew how long it took me to purge, clean, and organize, it was kind of, I struggled with it so much just because it was a very overwhelming task, and I'm really, really glad it's over. And I'm glad it's organized this way. I have used my fabric more now than ever before. So it was literally one of the best things I did, was take the time to wrap all of my fabric, to go through it, to be really, really mindful of what do you like, what can you let go of, and all of that. And here a few months ago, I did offer up a bunch of fabric from my stash. I sold a bunch of it in just like mystery boxes and bundles, because that helped. I had even more than what you see here, which was ridiculous. One person does not need that much. But now that it is organized, it is fantastic. So The Fabric Organizer is where I got that. Okay, that is it for Q&A. And I completely forgot. I even made myself a note. Please remember, timestamps are below. You can skip to anything that you're interested in. If you don't want to listen to Q&A, you can totally skip past that very, very easily. And I do try to provide links to everything I talk about, if I can find one, in the description below. I really try to be mindful of that for you guys. First things up, Sal. We are working on the Shannon Christine Old Fashioned Sal. We are doing a Stitch with Me live on Tuesday night, so definitely stay tuned for that. It is, like I said, a good time. The chat is always so much fun. It's 7 p.m. Central. And if you are subscribed to my channel, you should get a notification when I go live. So definitely subscribe if you haven't. The Stitch with Me's are super fun, and I'm going to try to incorporate some of those, even if we don't have a Sal going. So here is my progress, and because I did have to refilm this, I do have, a little bit of the H for Hot Cocoa that I stitched last night. I will say I made a huge blunder while stitching live. Everybody's like, I don't know how you can stitch live. Well, apparently not very well. But I took it out really quick last night. It was just kind of over here, and I fixed it, and that was my progress. I am keeping track of my time. I don't really want to count the Stitch with Me live time because I'm chatting, I'm talking, I'm showing the loop method, or we're talking about counting, whatever the case may be. And I don't think that you get a very good timeline there. So I'm just going to count that as maybe 20 minutes of actual stitching. But then I stitched 1 hour last night, and I was able to get that much of the H done in it, let's say an hour and 20 minutes maybe. I'm going to continue on working on that this week. I have charted for us, if you're stitching like me, you don't have to, you can stitch whatever you want. I have charted to do all of Hot and all of Cocoa, so it's all white stitching this week, which is kind of a bummer. But look at that. When that part's done, we've got all color left for the rest of it. So super excited. In my stitch along, I have built in a bonus week for everybody. So once we kind of get to the end of our 6 weeks of stitching that I have allotted to stitch this, Karen in my Facebook group has already completed her entire chart, her entire stitch. It is gorgeous. I am so impressed. She said it took her about 3 weeks. So if that gives anybody an idea, but I have allotted 6 weeks. I built in a 7th week as a catch-up week for anybody who isn't caught up, and then we will have a finishing tutorial week for that final 8th week. I am, of course, using Chantal's 141 design Floss Keeper. I love, love, love this thing. It is amazing, and definitely check out her shop. I have a link to that down in the description below if you would like to purchase one for your projects, or her amazing backer boards. So the only other stitch I did this week, and I did show a sneak peek of this in the Stitch with Me, is my Jardin Privé Halloween chart. And the reason I stuck with this and I didn't move to anything else, I monogamously stitched it till I finished, was I had a lot going on and I just did not have the brain power to think about anything else. So it was really easy to just have this one out, and I just picked it up each night and stitched on it until I finished, and it was really, really good for me. And plus I had a finish. So this is what I shared last night. Let's make sure we get it centered. I absolutely love this stitch. I have my Flamingo Toes needle minder on here still. I probably need to remove. The lounging skeleton totally cracks me up. This is what we laughed about in the chat. Go read it. You'll know why. But I changed all of the floss colors, as I've mentioned, as I've been stitching on this. The called for colors are DMC colors, and I switched to all Weeks Dye Works. So I use Fancy Floss for the whole thing, stitching 1 square at a time. The colors I used, so the black is Kohl, white is Whitewash, green is Moss, and I only used one color because it's really variegated. orange is pumpkin. And then the color I wasn't sure about, and I talked about this in my Stitch With Me, is the purple for the witch hat. I thought I would use taffeta, but I stitched the bottom part of it, and it next to the Kohl. Taffeta is really dark purple, and it's my favorite, but you have to be careful where you use it. It wasn't working. So I ripped that out, and I actually used this taffy, and that's what I used for the witch hat, which definitely makes it stand out from the letter, and I'm glad I switched to that. So I will put that change down in the description below as well. Really, really happy with that, and I think it turned out fantastic. And it's nice to have a finish, and I'm going to have that fully finished for you next week. I know I had some questions in the Stitch With Me asking how I was going to finish it, and I will share that with my next floss too, because I'm going to have it finished. The next thing I want to go over is I want to talk about stitching ornaments. So I have talked many times about Chantal's 141 design. Please follow her on YouTube. She is sharing finishing tutorials, finishing parades, all kinds of great things. She has an Etsy shop where she sells backers for cross stitch. Plus there's some charts and things in her shop as well. Lots and lots of good stuff. She is doing a mystery make along, and the box for it of ornaments, it's a mystery make along with ornaments, pardon me. It is sold out. It was a pre-order, it all shipped already, but she will be offering some of these, and I'm going to show you what came in the box. I know probably most of you have seen it. She will be offering some of these, not all of these, for individual sale in her Etsy shop. Definitely message her and if you want to and kind of ask about them. I'm not sure exactly which ones, all of them for sure. She has some things already. She shares lots of video tutorials. She did a Hobby Lobby shop with me that was really, really fun. So please check out her channel. I'm going to link to it down below. I am a huge fan. She really just sees the finishing, and I love that because it's so, so inspiring. So I am going to be participating, and that is what I wanted to talk to you about. Where do you think? Oh, let me get that out. I'm going to show you the mystery make-along items, and then I'm going to show you some charts I pulled as potentials. I will show you for sure. I know what I'm going to stitch first, don't I? Yeah. What I'm going to stitch for it in case you want to pick up some of these, because a lot of these are not even pick them up. Go find them and download them. I will try to provide links for everything that I can find below. I did try to pull some free stuff so that it inspires you. I want to also inspire you with some ornament finishes. I've never done cross-stitch ornaments for my tree before, so I'm excited. So without further ado, we're going to quickly go through these because, again, I know that they're not all available. This was a little stand. It's really cute. Check out Chantal's Instagram feed, Facebook, all of it. She shows hanging a cute little ornament from it. You have to assemble it. These are all unfinished, so you either have to stain, paint, all of that good stuff, these things. I've been having a ball spray painting. I don't know what it is about spray painting I love, but anyway, this was a little bonus. She has something similar in her shop. I might try to link to that down below. This wasn't exclusive to the box, and I think this can be finished super cute. I'm going to do a round right here, and I will share that as we move into my fun November, December event I was talking about. This is probably my favorite I have two favorites from the box, but this is definitely my favorite. It's a little sled, and I'm going to show you because obviously this isn't available. I don't know if this will be available, and as soon as I know, I'll let you guys know. But I think a little ornament on this, and then this tucked into the tree. I can't wait to stitch something for this. Paddles. She generally has some paddle things in her shop, but the size is super, super cute. And I am going to have measurements. When I share mine, I'm going to have measurements of everything. Tag, oops, let's show the right side with the cute little shiplap. a nice little tag for a square finish, another tag for a square finish. And if you guys know anything about me in card making and how much I love tags, you know how much I love these. And then my second favorite from the mystery box is kind of a 2-for-1. These round shapes, because I have stitched some Shannon Christine little freebies that are going to fit like this little guy. But I love this as well. So I love the actual like ornament shape. I just think it's super cute. And I should say, like, there's 3 favorites. Now I know for sure that this is going to be available, if it's not already, in her shop. It's the little, are these called cigar boxes? I'm probably saying it wrong. But she has a whole line of these for finishing. And I have to say, at first I was like, I don't know if I like, when I saw her other line of this stuff, I'm not sure if I like it, but then she shows the finish and I'm like sold. So I am going to use this one for sure because I think this is beautiful. She even uses like some Tim Holtz distress pads to stain it instead of going with actual stain. And it's brilliant, you guys. So brilliant. I think it's just a really unique way to take some supplies. If you're card makers and that follow me, it might be a unique way to take some of your card making supplies and utilize them for finishes. So with that being said, I am going to show you some charts I pulled. Now, unfortunately, I think this one's too big unless you stitch on a super high count. I'm bummed because I wanted to do it. Is it Croquette a Go-Go? I don't even know if I'm saying that right, but I loved this. So I'm going to have to find something a little smaller or stitch on a smaller count. Because even I think at 32, it was going to be too big. The stitch count is 68 by 67. This is a free chart. So I will link to these. Now this one is probably the first one I'm going to stitch. It's also a free chart from Croquette a Go-Go. And it's this Be Merry in the square shape. So I think it'll fit on one of the square ones. And you can change the colors too. But I think I'm going to show you some fabric I picked up that I thought would be kind of cute. We'll see. I may change my mind. But I think this would be gorgeous on like a charcoal, a black, or even another color. So a blue, wouldn't a blue be pretty too? I don't know. But I thought this was really fun and simple. And again, free, all free. And even if you don't want to do an ornament, but you just want a fun free chart. This is not for an ornament, but while I was there downloading all these free charts, this is kind of too big, but this is beautiful. So I wanted to share that with you as well. And then she has done some Shannon Christine finishes. She has some designers who send her their stitching and then she finishes it, and she's done some amazing Shannon Christine. But this, I think you can get this on Shannon Christine if you are in her Facebook group. If not, you might have to be a part of her private or her group. It's like a Patreon group, but it's a Facebook group, which I've talked about before. But I can't remember. I will put a link if I can find one, but I love this. I think this might be Jingle Bells is one that I really, really want to do right away. And it will fit depending on, it's 50 by 50. And I figured if I did 32, maybe 28, I'll have to look at my notes. I did not bring them in here, of course, but this would be a fantastic finish. Deck the Halls would be a fantastic finish. And this is totally my jam right here. The colors are my jam, but remember, you can always change color, always. And then I don't know if these two I'm for sure going to do. I don't know if I'll do this one or not, but it's do not open until December 25th. I thought this one would be kind of fun as well. And they're all very similar. So if you wanted to do a whole group. So Shannon Christine. I bought this one, but it's because I love the Tiny Modernist Mouse series so much. And what is the finish size on this guy? 59 by 59. And I think I figured if I did it on 32, I could make a square of it. This is Mouse's Christmas decorating. And I love it. Again, also my jam. You can probably see a theme here. And then don't forget, I shared this a long time ago, that Heart and Hand has this free download at Fat Quarter Shop, which would make a darling small. And I still haven't stitched mine. Tons of you in my Facebook group have stitched and shared it, which I love. So those are some ideas for ornaments. I hope that kind of gets the ball rolling. Paid for or free, do a little search on the internet. I will link to all of the things I showed you down in the description. So if you're interested in going and picking or downloading some of those, you can. Okay, I talked about the ornaments. Next thing I want to talk about real quick is haul. I do want to talk about this first. This pattern has been on my wish list from Cherry Hill Stitchery forever. It is this awesome, awesome Merry Christmas chart with the snowman. They also have a bed and breakfast one. I didn't bring it in here, but I have it as well. I love it. I was just trying to figure out what I wanted to stitch it for or on. I guess I was trying to figure out my finishing. And so I just hadn't pulled the trigger. It was on my wish list. I pulled the trigger because Chantel posted that exclusive to Fat Quarter Shop, they are selling one of her backers, and you will know why I loved this in her mystery make-along box. Here is the backer board finisher sled, which is 3 pieces. So it's really easy to paint each part separately. I figured out, I think I have to stitch it on 32. It will fit on this. And I think that the little snowman stitch on this sled would be cute. So this goes together. This is a Fat Quarter Shop exclusive, and I will have a link to it down below as long as it's still in stock. Because I think it is a fantastic backer, no matter what you want to stitch on it. You don't have to stitch what I'm stitching. I just wanted to show you my plan. So that is one piece of haul. I showed this a minute ago. My December month to month came. You guys, they're coming faster than I can stitch. Have I finished one of these? I stink. That's it. That's okay. I don't really think that. I will stitch it when I stitch it. You can't even see the pattern. I love Decembers. I think so far October, well, I like November too, but October and December are my favorites. Look at the trees. You guys, I love, love, love it. Okay, call me crazy, but this round right here, the round would maybe make a really cute ornament. Just saying. Also, part of my haul, Fat Quarter Shop now has the sticky boards in the 3.5-inch circle diameter shape, which fit the rounds from this, which also fit like rounds from Chantal. Or you can make your own finish with these, but it would almost make a cute ornament, the Christmas tree part. So here's part of my haul as well. I picked up those. I don't know. So these are from the paper crafting world, but they're Tim Holtz's Ideology line, and they're like vintage clocks. I got this one, and I also got like the spooky Halloweenish one, because I thought, and I think I might be right, I think that the round will fit inside, so you could actually do a cross stitch finish in here, because all the clock guts are gone. It's just kind of this really cool finish frame. So I will have links to these, because I think these are awesome for round cross stitch finishes. That was kind of my plan. Who knows when I'm going to get to it. I'm going to see one of you finish it before I ever get to it, but I did want to share these. They have these, and then I think there's an everyday one. So I got like the holiday and the Halloween. Anyway, just some fun ideas, throwing some stuff out there, seeing what sticks. My latest designer mystery block came. Need to work on that. And then fabrics. I've never stitched on 18 count. These are Aidas, both of them, but the colors were so gorgeous. One is 16. This is 16 count. Fiber on a Whim. It's Tuscan, the color Tuscan. And this is the color, let's just take them out of the package. You can't see anything with them in here. So this is Tuscan. There's some nice modeling on it. And that's a 16 count Ada. I just loved the color. Honestly, I picked him up because of the color. And I think this would be awesome with that Mary stitch, the snowflake, the white and the red on the green. This is an 18 count. Look at that. And the color is called Ivy. I love it. So that is my haul for this week. I forgot I do have one little bit of Stitchy Happy Mail from my sweet friend Karen. So I actually didn't get to go to a retreat a few weeks ago when I was under the weather, and she had made these little, you know, little trash bins or floss trash bin things with rainbow, because it's the Rainbow Craft House, and she sent me one. And she also sent me a super, super sweet card. I'm going to show it really quick. Look at the beautiful card. Thank you so much, Karen. I absolutely love this, and this is going to be traveling with me while I do my little stitching. And she's just so much fun. I love my Karen. So thank you, Karen. All right. That is my Stitchy Happy Mail. I'm going to go over last week's winners and do this week's. So, giveaway winner time. Number 1 was the Halloween Tiny Town, and the winner is Nancy V. And if this is your comment, please email me at the address in the description, and I will send out Halloween Tiny Town to you. Let me see. Number 4 doesn't want to stay where it's supposed to be. I have sticky notes on everything this week, but they're not sticking. Number 2 was Hive Rules by Primrose Cottage, and this goes to Lisa Volgamore. If I said that like Voldemort, I apologize. If this is you, Lisa, please email me at the email in the description so I can get that mailed out to you. Number 3 is the Darling Flamingo Toes Halloween Truck Needle Minder. This goes to Tamra Pearce. And number 4 was the Fat Quarter Shop Wild Fox. And this is the needle minder. And then these are called, I'm going to say it wrong, Cloth Keeper, which are like the, you know how we use like the, I'm having a brain issue. I have too many things on my mind. The clover clip, wonder clips to roll up our fabric. You can use these, and they have cute little fox on them. There we go. And I bought myself a set, and I thought I would give this away to somebody. So number 4, Lisa Kind. So please email me down there in the description. I have still not heard back about the Floss Keeper from Chantal's 141 design. And I'll be honest, I forgot to, until right now, I forgot that I needed to pick a new winner. So that will happen next week. I'm going to make myself a note. I'm going to make myself a note right now. Because let's be real, not going to happen if I don't. Okay, this week I have 3 giveaways for you. The wonderful Shannon Christine has offered to give away 2 more prizes, which are going to be available whether you are here in the US or you're international, which I know a lot of my prizes are not able, because I just can't ship them and incur the shipping cost for you know, international all the time. So I love if I can give you some downloadable goodies as well, or offer them up. For my giveaways, please like, subscribe, US only for physical product. If it's a download, international welcome. And leave the number that I give you in the description. You can put a number for each one, but don't put all, don't write giveaway, those kind of things. Just do like 1 and 3 or 1, 2, 3, whatever the case may be. I'm only going to do the 3 giveaways today because I've been gone and I have so much going on, but I hope they're really good ones. And it's so sweet of Shannon to offer these. And please, please keep tagging Shannon. I forgot to say this when we were talking about the Sal. If you're stitching the Sal, please use hashtag old fashioned Sal. Tag Shannon Christine Designs, and I will have that down below so you can find or tag it easily. And tag me, Nichol Spohr, so that I can repost it so that Shannon can see your work. It is really important to support our designers here in the cross stitch community and show them what we're stitching. And even if you're stitching something else, I've seen lots and lots of awesome Shannon Christine stitching going on. So please, please make sure you tag her so she can see it. So number 1 from Shannon is a $20 gift card to her online shop so you can purchase the chart that you would like. So number 1, if you would like number 1, a $20 gift card to Shannon Christine, please click the link below. And number 2, she is offering up another download of her old fashioned Sal. So the Sal that we're stitching, if you would like to join, and there's still plenty of time to join in, you can finish whenever. And I promise it's an easy stitch. It really is. I think you'll really, really like it. It's a lot of fun. So number 2 is another of the old fashioned PDF. 1 is the $20 gift card, 2 is the old fashioned PDF. And number 3, Fat Quarter Shop sent me a bunch of stuff I shared with you last week. I want to start incorporating it into some of my giveaways because I'm so excited about the new sticker or the new month to month. These are their stickers, which I have these and I'm using them in my planner for planning. It's an entire set of the month to month stickers. Now you can use these even if you aren't stitching month to month. They're really, really cute stickers. So you're going to get the Stitching with the Housewives month to month sticker set, and you're going to get the fall floss biddies. Okay, so this is number 3. Put the number of the one or ones that you're interested in, and good luck, everybody. All right, you guys, I am literally going to head out the door for my whatever stamp camp retreat. I hope you all are having a fantastic week. Get some stitching in. Everyone doing the old-fashioned Sal, get those stitches in. I know I will be in the evenings, or when I have a break, I'll be over there super fast stitching. I've got my Halo Go all packed away and ready to go. If you have any questions, if I've missed anything, please drop me a comment down in the description below. I do read them all. And we're going to get back on schedule because I'm super excited to be able to start getting all my stitches on all of the different whips I have going on or things I want to start. I did post this in my Instagram stories last night, but I did sign up for the Country Cottage Needleworks Big City. It's a 7-month stitch along. I did buy all my stuff for it. I will post a link down below in case you're interested, because Fat Quarter Shop is doing it as a club where you can save 10% to get its patterns only for the club. You have to buy your fabric and the floss separate. But I actually just went in and bought everything for it so it would come and I would be ready to go when it's ready to ship. I believe it starts next month in November. Kind of thinking I'm going to make it my birthday start. So if anyone else wants to join me, it will be after our old-fashioned Sal is over. I'm really excited. I am going to stitch mine as one long piece to do the whole city as one piece because I think it will be absolutely beautiful. I'm really, really excited about it. But other than that, have a fantastic week. Have a great weekend. And I will see you all Tuesday for the Stitch with me. And even if you're not doing the Sal with us, come stitch with us if you can. It is a fun evening and a fun chat. Stitch whatever you're working on. Until next time, thank you guys for watching and we'll see you later. Bye.